Hello, everybody. I'm DM Craig.
I'm Silver.
I'm Dullhis.
And I'm Lucia.
And welcome back to Valaclaci.
Last time on Valaclaci, Dullhis won a shit ton of gold. Yeah. So I definitely, we entered the last two stages of the tournament, which were supposedly going to be very difficult, and I knocked out this dwarf who was apparently pretty good with a quick 3-blow knockout, and of course my opponent did very much the same, but with one punch. She's like the one punch man. Yeah, one punch. So yeah, so then we have day two. We talked to our friend Scott, the gnome, and that was, I guess, the end of that day. We talked to him. Ended up deciding we're going to go to the ruins, and we prepped for that, and then I went off on to fight the favored champion and town favorite of Basha. I don't even remember her first name because I'm not going to try to pronounce
Safrey Basha.
Safrey Basha. So, really good fight. Ended up being very fortunate in my use of acid breath and knocked her out on a clumsy fail. And here we are, and I'm the richest a monk has ever been, possibly. So then went talk to the horses and getting ready for our next adventure, going to the ruins of something.
Going to the ruins.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm assuming now we'll resume our campaign after a long night's rest in the inn.
Yep. Everybody gets any hit points or key points back. I think only one person had any chance of even spending any of those, but Dallas is going to get all that back just in case that was not apparent. And you guys are going to make your way probably to meet up with old Scott the Gnome. Early in the morning, meeting at the tavern you guys have met at the last couple times. I don't know if you guys are going to get like breakfast with him and kind of talk things over or what you're going to do. So I'll let you kind of, he's just going to meet you there initially. I'll let you guys kind of figure out how you're wanting to handle things.
Okay. I'm just ready to get on the road. So basically we throw him in and kind of brief him on the ride. It's up to you guys, but.
Yeah, I'm fine with getting going.
Okay. So I'm going to say that yesterday during your day off, because it was a lot of partying, Silver bought what do you call it?
Pipe.
Bought a pipe and things like that. You already took the money off for the pipe. This is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll say it's a basically about a 2-week journey on foot. So that would be about, I would say 7 rations for each one of you to go through. What are rations? 1 gold per day?
I believe so.
Trying to remember right off the top of my head. I'm just going to say 1 gold per day to kind of keep that going. And that'll kind of include, since you guys are on a horse and you guys are going quick, you've already got rations in there. You're getting some food for the horses. You're getting some stuff for them as well. So I'm gonna say it's gonna cost you about the tax for this, because you want to get there and you're wanting to get back as well. That's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it's about 20 gold from each of you on this one to make sure you're really stocked up and ready to go on this one. And that's gonna replenish pretty much everything that you had in your stock. So that will you won't have to really worry about like adding rations and stuff to the wagons and whatnot for right now. That'll cover all of that for your trip there, for any days if you guys get, if things go wrong and whatnot. And it's going to cover the feed for your horses and anything else that's going on with that. So,
okay.
And that's counting some of the drinks that maybe some of you had the last couple days.
Of course.
And that's covering meals that you had while you're in the city as well. So that's just a general, you were there for about, say, 5 days, and you've got a potential 14 days worth of travel in front of you. So, all right. Was there anything you guys were wanting to kind of look around and shop for? I'll say that you guys even did the day before. I know you guys found a little alchemist there that had some stuff on them. So I didn't know if you guys would want to check out any of that, or
yeah, I mean, he had a healing potion, the bigger ones?
Yep, he had bigger healing potions.
And how much were they?
Let me pull that back up.
Potions of healing are 50 gold.
50 gold?
50 gold. You have the ability to try and maybe talk him down if you want. But 50 gold, and for in-game or for game mechanics, just so you realize like how I'll let you determine the value on it. You are going to get, I believe it's 2d8 health back.
Okay. Yes.
I believe
say
it's
yes.
I want to say it's a 2d8 health back. So basically, you're almost all of you are going to get at least half your health back, almost, unless you really fail out and roll 2 1s on a 2d8. But I mean, you max out at 60. It's 2d8 plus. I think it's 2d8 plus 2.
Okay. I mean, I only have 10 health, so.
Oh, 2d4 plus 2. I apologize. I
2d4. I just found
2d4
that too.
2d4 plus 2. So you've got a chance for a high of 10, but you're probably going to get 5 or 6 hit points back. When you were talking, because I'm going to say that you guys kind of talked a little bit about the rooms, just to let you guys know, there is going to be it's going to be when you got the idea from Scott that, I mean, the place seemed to be a little cavernous. He just went into a couple 3-4 rooms and he saw a little bit of gold in there, but like, oh man, he didn't come across anything that he really needed. So he doesn't even know how big this place is. It might be a lot bigger and there might be a lot more enemies in there than you know. So in game mechanics, you guys might pick up, like, if Lucia's only got 2 spells for one day, you might not want to camp out in that place. And I don't know how much you guys want to be hanging out there for days and days on time. So just putting that out there.
Can I go to the bank and trade some of my gold and electrum for platinum and all that stuff?
Yeah, that works. If there's some kind of exchange,
that'll cut down the amount that you hold.
Yeah, because like it basically put in 10 points on my weight.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. How much gold turns into electrum?
10 gold pieces is
make
1 platinum.
Make a platinum,
and platinum's the highest it goes.
Yeah,
right?
Platinum's like basically $1,000 bill. Well, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my! That took off so much. Wow, that's great. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
We'll go with that.
All right. Y'all gonna buy potions or anything?
Lucia, are you wanting to do any
Lucia's
exchanges?
broke as shit, so no.
I'm gonna go up to him and try to haggle with him. Yeah, real quick before we go, and then we'll get rolling.
If we're doing it real quick, we can do just a real quick
haggle
system or something like that.
We won't do the whole
I won't have you
on it.
I won't have you role play on it. Just give me a persuasion, and I'm just gonna go with 12.
12.
Okay, so we'll say that. Okay, so the price of the potion that you got him down to is it was 50 normally, right?
Yep.
So you actually you were really making a good case pleading on how much you really needed this here, and you got him down to 30 per bottle. You're saving yourself
30
20
per bottle?
Yeah.
I'll buy 2.
Okay.
Am I with him? I honestly don't know. I don't think I was.
If I don't know, you tell me. Did you go with him to buy the potions?
Nah, I wasn't.
Okay.
I went to the... Oh, well. I'm good.
Well, I mean, Brian or Silver went to the bank as well because he exchanged some things.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys both went there.
Yeah, I'll buy a bottle.
Okay. All right, so that'll be 60 from Silver. That'll be 30 from Dalhis. And he also saw that Dalhis, the champion, was with you, so I think that may have helped him out quite a bit on him giving you guys a little bit of a discount on the healing potions.
Okay.
How much do they weigh? I'm sorry. We know.
I think 0.5. Yeah, they weigh 0.5.
Okay.
Is that the same thing for my little vial I have stuffed away in my shorts?
No, the vial will weigh 0.1.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Fun fact for you. Silver's like, what if our healer goes down?
Yeah, I know.
That's why he's buying this. He's like, this is mainly for Lucia, whether she knows it or not.
I'm good to go.
All right.
Ready for adventure.
If you guys are all good to go, then you guys are going to load up. You guys are going to start taking off. And I need you all to roll me just roll me d20s real quick. All three of you.
Dolphus rolls an 18.
Silver rolls a 3.
Lucia rolls a 2.
All right, Lucia, roll me a d100.
An 81.
An 81. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm going to go with that you are going for a high one on this, just to make things a little easier, and I would not have to redo it again. So as you're traveling around, you actually get to you go through and kind of explain the system for your camp out situation with Scott there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're able to kind of explain that to him. And he's good with it. So Lucia, you are the one that's on watch at this point.
Fuck. Every time I'm on watch, stuff goes to shit.
You're in watch. Where are you two at? You've got a tent and you've got a cart, and you guys are trying to sleep.
Scott and I are in the cart, and Dallas is in the tent.
There you
Perfect. Because you two were going to be sleeping in the same place, and Dallas was going to be the one in the other one.
Right. That's what I
For
figured.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm all alone.
And I'm assuming on the ride, we kind of got a little bit more of a background on Scott.
Yeah, you guys were able to
we were chatting. You know,
you guys were chatting and whatnot, and so you may have gone over some things, and we'll maybe go over that a little bit later.
That's fine.
A little bit later on. So while everybody's sleeping, you've got the watch set up. You guys have this down to a routine, man. You guys have been on the road quite a bit. You know, you guys know exactly kind of what's going down, and you guys are camping out. I don't know, in a pretty much similar fashion as you've camped out before. And you, Lucia, if you want to move your character to wherever you might be, where you think you might be keeping watch during this time. So you might be going around trying to keep watch a little bit. And so are you kind of just walking around? Or are you hanging out, sitting down, just keeping watch?
Is this going to be first watch?
Since there's 4 of you, give me a D4. So this is the third watch. So somebody else has got watch right after you. So we'll say it's right before dawn. So you're looking at your maybe 3-4 a.m. type time frame.
Okay. I'd probably just be kind of leaning against the wagon and just watching both sides of the road here.
Okay.
Just kind of shifting my gaze between the road here to the woods, tree line here to, the road here.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Can you roll me a perception check?
16.
Okay. All right. No one read the name underneath this thing. All right. So as you're sitting there against the cart, you're kind of just looking back and forth. You're a little wary. It's getting near the end of your watch. And all of a sudden you start feeling the cart kind of move a little bit, and you're wondering, well, that's just weird. Maybe, Scott or Silver are shuffling around in their sleep. Okay, wait, that seems is that a clicking noise? And so you kind of stand up and you turn around and you look at the cart, and on top of the wagon.
Are the horses agitated?
No, the horses seem to be kind of just off in their own la la land. You've got them. You've got them tied up to the tree. They're not paying attention. Either one of them's grazing or they're sleeping. You didn't really look over to see what they're doing, but you didn't hear anything from them on this. But you look up, and on top of the cart is a giant spider.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
And so you, since you turned around and saw it, it didn't think that you were gonna. It was thinking, it was sneaking up on you. So you have 1 round here to do something.
Okay, let's see. We're gonna let off an incredibly loud scream.
Okay. Is that one of your cantrips, right?
I'm not
just
gonna
a
use
normal
the spell for it. I'm just a normal Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys give me perception checks?
Perception?
A 20.
Nice.
Modified 20 or
Modified 20.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I got a 12.
I got rid of Scott's
What a Scotty don't.
Yo, that spider token's ugly as fuck. Sorry.
It's
Random
quite
side
large.
note.
All right. So all three of you, Scott hears it, Silver hears it. The both of you kind of already know what's up. Like, this shit seems to happen to you a lot.
Every fucking time it happens. Do I have time to do anything else other than just, like, you said I had a full move, like the scream wouldn't take the whole thing, right?
No, the scream's not going to take your whole move. I will say that kind of was your you're not going to have a move action, but you screamed, which will take up your minor action, and then I'll give you one like standard action that you can kind of take at this point.
Is this a bad idea?
It is on top of your wagon.
I know. That's why I'm looking to see if it's a bad idea. It won't.
I'm just moving this over so you guys can move out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably just, as a gut reaction, just throw off a guiding bolt, because it's not gonna hurt the wagon if anything like goes awry.
All right, and that's a
20, not natural.
Okay, 20.
It'll be 12 radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Okay, awesome. So that actually goes through and that hits the spider, and that's for 12 radiant damage. So you knock it back kind of in surprise. It's like, rah! You know, if a spider could say, oh shit, you got that reaction out of the spider. And now I'm going to have everybody roll for initiative.
Silver rolls a 14.
Oh, I rolled twice on
You had
accident.
a 20. I saw you had a 20 first. So, okay, go ahead and say your rolls.
I got a 20.
Silver had 14, and
Dalhis rolls a 17.
Okay.
What does Scotty roll?
Thank you. I almost forgot about that. So Scotty actually rolled a 13 the first time through. All right, let's see. It's your turn.
Let's see. I actually turned around before, but I'm gonna just kind of back it up here. And
okay. You run
well, how
away.
does the spider look after my first hit, though?
1 second. I'll give you an actual vision here of what the spider looks like. Can you see the spider's health bar now?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't. No, I can't.
Should be able to. It's the red one.
There's not a red bar. Oh, wait. No, man, I see it.
It's
it blended in with the... Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
So there's the bar.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I was just wanting to make sure that you're moving out. The spider's, up on top of the thing, and you hit it and kind of surprised it. But if you're going to run away that far, you're going to provoke an attack of opportunity from the spider. I'll let you, if you want to just
That's
move.
fine, because I'm going to say it's going to be a gut reaction. Like, she's not thinking about things like that. Like, she's just like, gotta get away. Like,
okay. So as you ran, the spider is going to take a wild bite at you. It's able to kind of like lean forward on the wagon and attack there. Does 10
It does not
hit? 10 does not hit.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna fire off a crossbow bolt real quick. For a 22.
22 is going to hit.
For 4 piercing damage.
Wow, Lucia's our DPS or whatever.
Lucia's getting some good hits in here. So she fires off the crossbow bolt, and it's able to stick right into the top part of the body as it's leaned over trying to go through and take the bite. You're able to dodge back, and as you're running, you kind of turned and fired. You're like, oh shit, and then fire it off and hit the thorax of this spider. Do spiders have thoraxes?
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Hits the
I
middle
don't think
body.
so, but that's okay.
It hits the middle part of this massive arachnid. How about that? Whatever.
There you go.
All right, Dalhis.
You hit the spider.
Now it's your turn.
So, a question.
So,
Obviously, the spider is on top of the cart.
Mhm.
Yes.
Would I be able to attack it from down below?
You might have to pull it off the cart.
Yeah, that's really.
you would be able to grab up and try and tug this spider off the cart. I mean, if you try to just swing with your fists, you're not going to really get into it. I will say that with your dragon tooth, that you would have the ability to go up, but it's going to be a little bit harder of a hit because the spider's quite a bit above you. I mean,
I would say it'd probably be disadvantage, right?
Yeah, you'd be at a disadvantage, and it's probably not going to be a great hit in general.
Okay.
But you would be able to stick them with because it's basically like a scythe, right?
Okay.
So-
yeah. As I am still in the tent, I'm assuming. Does the spider know I'm there?
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
You don't know what, because you haven't exited the tent technically
No,
yet.
I'm still in the tent. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say you don't even
know what's
actually
out
even know it's
there.
a spider.
You don't know what's
Okay.
out there right now, so you
Okay.
wouldn't be able to know.
I'm gonna try to sneakily kind of exit the tent and look around. Trying to stay somewhat in the shadow.
Can you give me a
Of the
perception
tent?
check real quick?
Me a perception check.
Yes.
I roll an 18.
Yeah, you basically, I was making sure you didn't completely fucking fail to see the massive spider that's as big as your wagon.
Okay.
So you see the spider.
So I'm trying to stealthily sneak out and hopefully not let this thing notice me.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Dolphus rolls a 23.
Wow.
He is sneaky, remember?
Let's.
I know, but
am
hot damn.
sneaky for a big guy.
Is perception based on wisdom?
Yes.
Yes,
'Cause that's what you have a really bad.
that's what Brian has
Yeah.
bad. I'm intelligent.
I
Okay.
have
Yeah.
bad
So
wisdom.
this spider doesn't see you coming out of that tent. If that's where you're sitting.
Mhm. Yeah.
the Spider doesn't see you. You're kind of hidden in the tree line a little bit. Spider hasn't noticed you yet.
I am going to, throw a dart at the
Okay.
motherfucker.
All right.
Mm,
All right. Dolphus rolls a 20, modified 22.
The 22 will hit, and you would had advantage anyway, so that's not going
Yep.
to matter since you rolled the 22 on the first one.
Yep.
All right, and
for 5 damage.
that does 5 damage. All right, so you're able to stick right near the arrow. A dart comes flying out of nowhere at this spider and also sticks into it. You have anything
Okay.
else on your turn?
No, I think that's all.
Okay, Silver, it's now your turn.
Okay, so I'm inside the wagon and I wake up to the scream, familiar sound, and it's at this point. Would I be able to tell there's something on top of the wagon from inside of it? Like, do I already know there's something on top of it? Like, would I be able to see that through?
Give me a perception check.
Okay, that's fine. 6. I
You
roll a
heard-
6.
You heard the scream. That's all
Okay.
you heard.
So in that case, say I'm going to obviously poke my head out of the wagon and say, look around to see what the cause of the disturbance is.
As you give me one more perception check.
Not a
As you
problem.
poke out your head, you take a look over and you see Lucia kind of running away and firing an arrow at the wagon. You're kind of confused, like, what the hell? Why is she firing at the wagon? I'm in here. You look over and you see Dalhis throwing a dart and throwing at the wagon as well. And you're like, what the hell? And so you're like, okay, what the hell? Why are they throwing at oh God, there's a spider.
Seeing the spider on the wagon, do I still have? Am I still good? Like, can I attack in some way?
You can get out
Okay.
and move, or if you want to.
So on that point, what I'd like to do is, obviously trying to stand on the, like, I'm going to call it the back, like, lip of, like, where you would exit the back of the wagon, right?
Yep.
Like, standing on that and maybe having one hand to hold myself to the top of it, one hand swing my longsword at the spider.
Okay. I'm going to say that this is quite the dexterous thing to do.
Okay,
And so I'll just say that you have disadvantage on this swing.
that's fine.
And go ahead and roll me your longsword.
Say, and I figured I would definitely do one hand because I obviously won't be able
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
One-handed.
I swing my sword and I roll a 5.
I'm not going to have you roll a second one because that's the one that we'd end up using anyway.
Yep.
So you go through and you're kind of frazzled at one. Everybody's running, confused. What the hell? Spider! So you get up there and you're trying to swing at it out of a panic state in the first place, and you end up missing here. So Scott's going to come out and he's also going to see if he kind of heard what's going on, but he's not used to this. He's always traveled kind of with other people as well, but like more in a lot bigger set to where maybe, like kind of not public transit, but there's quite a bit of people. So he's kind of confused as to what's going on. And he pops out and he's still like sleepily, groggily, rubbing his eyes. He's like, oh, what's everybody doing? And he completely misses that Silver is he's just got his head poked out right now. He's missing that there's people throwing darts and firing arrows and Silver's attacking something. He just kind of sees Silver like standing on the edge and he's got his head poked out. He's like, oh, what's going on? And that's going to be his turn.
Dang it.
The giant spider, now seeing that there is a person swinging a sword right at him, right at his legs, is going to turn to Silver, and he's going to try and take a bite. And he rolls an 11. Does that beat your AC?
Thankfully, no, it does not. My AC is 13.
All right, so he goes through and misses that AC attack on you guys. And he's going to go through and he's going to shoot some web right after that and try and get out of there. So Brian, I will give you disadvantage.
Okay.
I'll give you disadvantage on another longsword swipe at him as he's trying to scurry away.
Okay, just same thing. The longsword one hand.
Yep, just longsword one hand.
Okay.
Another 5.
You said it.
Okay, yeah, I roll a 5.
Okay. Yep. So you roll another 5. So as the spider's kind of trying to dodge away there, you take a swipe, but you're not able to hit him with anything. Now is the spider gone for you guys?
Yeah, I can't see him anymore.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Can all of you do perception checks for me?
I got a 15.
13.
And I roll a 14.
And Scott rolled a 16. So Scott actually kind of picked up like, oh shit, was that a
Spider?
Scott was like, oh, is that a spider? And he finally picks up what the hell was going on, and he's confused as all hell. But the rest of you see the spider go off into the woods. And so you see him kind of over, you see him over here. I kind of want to get him in a different spot, but I already made the confines of this area. So just whatever. He's here. He tried to stealth off this way. And so you see him go around this way. And now he's kind of hidden up in the trees, but you guys all know exactly where he's at. He's in the trees in the direction. Can you see half his body?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, he's in legs here.
He's in that direction.
Okay.
So he's not exactly right there, but he's in that direction in the woods as he tries to escape. I want to make sure I had the movement speed down for this thing. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. He's getting the hell out of there. And that's his attempt. Lucia, it is now your turn.
I can still see him, right? You said?
Yeah, you can still see him. He's kind of in the woods. Like he's getting into the trees, into the forests there. And so it's getting a little harder for you to see him. So the longer it goes, the quicker he's going to get out.
All right. I'm going to fire off another guiding bolt then.
Okay.
So a 19. It can reach up to 120 feet. So I don't think he didn't get that far, right?
No, he didn't get that far. And you sat there.
17 radiant damage.
Lucia sees this spider trying to get away, and she sits there and she's like, "Not on my watch." She goes through and she fires off, and it goes into the slow-mo, follows the guiding bolt going into this spider, and you see it just going whizzing by and hitting leaves off trees as it just dodges nimbly. Or basically, the shot was so straight and so perfect, it gets barely missing trees everywhere and just strikes this spider right in its heart and just melts through as you see this because radiant is basically like light magic, right? That's the one.
Yeah.
You see this like white emulsion of burning away of this spider as the holy power of Apollo strikes this beast down where it lays. And that is the end of that spider.
All right, so I'm going to
try to
really quickly. Really quickly, I'm gonna turn and smile at Scott and give a wink and be like, "The little guys can do stuff too."
Oh, Scott loves you so much more now.
I'm going to run over to the spider and see if I can pick up my little dart dagger thing.
I'll say, give me a survival. And if you want to try and get your crossbow bolt as well, Michelle.
Nah.
Okay.
Dallas rolls a 17.
Yep, you're able to get your dart back.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm assuming
anything
there's
else?
probably not going to be anything else on this kind of
you did. I mean,
spider.
you saw where you did a little bit of. Actually, everybody roll me a perception real quick.
Nat 20.
Wow. I rolled an 8.
17.
All right. Can you also roll me an insight, Lucia? So Dalhis, you went over and you looked around at the spider and you just saw that on the way over to on the way over to where the spider probably came from, you can see there's a lot of webbing, a lot of different webbing. And you kind of turn around and tell, and Lucia saw it. Silver wasn't really paying attention. Maybe he's a little grossed out by it or whatever, that the webbing's over there because it's thick and sticky and whatnot, and not sure really what to do with it. But you see that there's a ton of this, and so you start trying to think like, I wonder if we could do anything with it. And you kind of bring it up to Lucia, and Lucia is able to turn around and tell you.
My insight was a 21, by the way.
Yep. And sorry, yeah. So Lucia 21, and you're able to say like, oh my God, no, we can make. I've heard of some really good items that we might be able to, I'm kind of saying this in game mechanic talk. We might be able to use this to make some really cool stuff. I know that in one of the books at the church, at my church, giant spider silk is used in a lot of things to make some really strong material. We might want to try and gather some of this stuff up.
Works
Load
for
her
me.
up, boys.
Load her up. All right, so you're able to go through and gather as much as possible. I'm
actually that to the wagon.
Yeah,
man, that's going to the wagon. You're able to go through and you kind of come up with about. Actually, can you guys all roll? I'll roll survival checks on this. I really don't know what else to kind of put it on.
A survival roll,
Yeah.
you said?
Yeah, survival roll.
Got a 21.
Nice.
And I rolled a 7.
And what did Dalhis roll again?
4.
Okay. So Lucia is able to go through and more than enough gather her own weight in the spider silk that's kind of everywhere. And Scott does pretty well too.
So literally 110 pounds.
Dalhis pretty much like destroyed every bit that he's just kind of clumsily grabbing at stuff. It's all sullied, and Silver really doesn't come back with anything, but he doesn't ruin any of it either. He just doesn't really know it. I don't know. Dalhis again clumsily grabbing and is just like kind of breaking it apart and sticky, and you're just trying to figure out what's going on. But luckily, you're able to bring back. We'll say with Lucia is able to bring back about 2 pounds. Scott's able to bring back 2 pounds. Silver was able to bring back, 4 pounds for Scott, 4 pounds for Lucia, 1 pound for Silver, and Dalhis just wasted his time.
Okay.
A full pound of that's a lot.
This stuff was kind of everywhere once the deeper you got, especially with how well the perceptions were and the insight of knowing what you guys to use for it.
Right.
You guys rolled really well to kind of figure out, we could use a lot of this stuff
also, if you want me to roll again, that's fine. I would probably also have Lucia at this point like advise them that maybe we shouldn't stay here longer than after this. Exact spot.
I think that's well enough if you guys want to kind of make that connection.
How long is it till morning?
Just a couple hours. Like she was near the end of her watch, and then whoever had the next watch was right there. So you'll be a little tired moving on from here if you want to get going with your day, but you'll be fine to get going, I think.
Okay.
Nap in the wagon.
Yeah, I think I shall.
All right. Okay. So you guys kind of pick yourselves up and you guys get going. Can all of you roll D20s again for me?
Yep.
Yes, experience. I'm gonna get you guys experience for that giant spider. You guys are each going to get.
Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled a nat 20 on the D20 roll. Sorry, I get excited when those happen.
You guys are each going to get 200 experience for that.
I got an 8.
Okay.
Dalhis, what'd you roll?
Rolled a 7.
Dalhis, can you roll me a D100?
Dalhis rolls a 71.
Okay. You are able to make it through without really too much else happening to you guys for the rest of the night and the rest of the trip while you're a little tired. Maybe you were potentially about to get attacked because everybody wasn't exactly there. The horses weren't going as fast. But luckily you guys pushed through and you guys start coming up onto the area where Scott's like, okay, this is starting to get kind of familiar. I remember being around here. And he's trying to kind of direct you on where to go. He's kind of pointing you in the directions you need to go. And you start coming up and it starts getting kind of like, you're coming up near at nighttime and it's starting to kind of rain a little bit, so it's getting kind of muddy and things are slowing down. And you get up to the point where you get somewhere and the cart kind of just gets a little stuck. And it's in the mud, and you guys need to kind of figure something out. You're not close enough to really walk anywhere quite yet, so you guys are kind of having to figure something out.
We're not.
What's the forecast?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so we're kind of stuck in the mud with the cart, but we're not close enough to where we could walk the rest of the way, and
no,
have to basically abandon stuff.
Yeah, Scott thinks that it'd probably take you about a day's walk from there through the mud. So, I mean, had it been a clear day, you probably would have gotten there in, a handful of hours, maybe 3-4 hours in the cart. But now that it's muddy and it's stuck and you guys are going to have to walk through this mud because he knows that it's going to be like this the entire way up to this place.
Well, I'm fine with waiting.
Yeah.
I don't really want to leave the cart this far away, a day's travel away from us.
And there's no I see. I'm just trying to think of like any way I could cheese our way out of the mud. Like as far as like,
I mean, you guys can attempt to try and get the cart out. Like the horses are trying to pull, but the horses are kind of not getting a lot of traction.
So we can get out and push basically and try to like
get out and push. I don't know if any of you guys have anything that might help with.
We can tie the rope to me and I can help pull.
Trying to think of what else
No one has any spells or anything like that might.
I was just looking over. None of my spells are going to
help out with like just anything with like even drying the dirt out or like.
Well, I thought about like trying to like if I don't want to throw fireballs at like if it's raining like kind of thing. I'm like I don't think I want to do that. I thought about freezing it with Ray of Frost, but I don't know if that would actually cause less traction or if that would help necessarily. Like,
well, it's just wheels. If the wheels are stuck or the horse is stuck, and if you have me pulling with your freeze, that might help get us unstuck from the mud.
I'd be willing I'd be willing to give that a shot and try to like harden the mud up by using the Ray of Frost on the ground. Nowhere near any.
While they're getting ready to attempt this, I guess Lucia's probably going to take the driver's seat, I guess, and just kind of keep the horses calm.
Okay. We don't have. Oh no, we do have an animal handling. Can you give me a animal handling roll?
Yeah, I just gotta get back to it because I was looking at my spells. 16.
So you're doing a really great job of keeping the horses calm. They're not panicking about any of this. They're just trying to do their job at this point. Okay. So if you guys want to just run through your plan again, what you're doing.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to freeze the ground specifically the sections that we're getting no traction on, so the wheels aren't just spinning as we go. To try to make it a little bit easier, so that way when Dalhis applies his force along with the horses, we could get it rolling. Okay, so how do you guys see the wheels on this wagon?
Are they like how far are they stuck in the mud?
No, I'll tell you that. I'm wanting the actual
like what the physical wheels.
What the physical wheels are like.
I picture like the old time wagon wheels.
Yeah, with like the spokes.
The spokes. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you know that the mud is definitely deep enough where it's like in between the spokes. That you're about maybe that far deep into this mud right now, where the wagon wheels are. It's about like, so imagine the width or the height of the outer rim of the wagon wheel. It's about double that, like the height of the mud over top of it. So maybe let's just say it's I'm making this up, 2-foot wagon wheel. Does that make sense for how big this wheel, or is that too big?
Okay. No, that's fine.
And then we'll say that. I'm just trying to think of whatever makes sense.
I'd say 3 feet.
So I would say like maybe 20% of it is under in mud, something like that. So it's not half the wheel by any chance. It's not even a quarter of the wheel. It's lower than that, but it's enough to where the mud's in between the spokes. So you do know if you froze it, like the mud would be
frozen in between
the spokes as well.
Okay. Can you freeze it in front of the wheels?
There we go.
Yeah. I can do that.
I was wondering if you.
I think that's gonna have to be our plan. And then if I give crap,
you would almost have to lift a little bit to try to get it like up onto like the newly frozen part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, push lift.
Okay, can I have
Can I use my crowbar to?
Can all three of you roll me an intelligence roll?
Yeah.
Dalhis rolls a 6 on Tyler.
Just straight intelligence.
Yeah, just straight intelligence. That's a save, Lucia.
Wrong
Silver
one, sorry.
also rolls a 6.
16.
Okay. So you two are kind of fighting. Silver's wanting to freeze the wheels completely. Basically, that's still his action was, well, I'm just going to freeze everything and that'll make it really easy. And Dallas is going, no. We all just need to push. If we just all push, this is going to get out. Lucia goes, well, what about if we do like a combination? What if we have Dalhis go in the front and try and like, he's not going to push from the back because we don't want it to drive it down potentially. What if we have him near the front and have him try and lift and pull with it? And then Silver, you kind of try and freeze the mud behind it as it moves so that it can't roll backwards any further into this mud pit that we're in. And she makes a pretty good point to both of you guys.
Silver just goes, if it gets us out of this mud, sure.
All right.
I take this knowledge and is there any grass around? Like dried grass, like tall grass kind of stuff?
Yeah, we'll say, because you guys were kind of in a forest here. Forest area. There's enough grass. I mean, it's not a lot of it's going to be dry because it's raining around you, but you're going to have there's going to be clumps of grass.
I guess I'm asking, like, is it dead tall stuff? Is it green?
It's green. It's living.
Okay. I'm going to go through and use the dragon tooth and kind of cut it down, since I've done that in the past, like chopping it down and kind of put that down as another traction agent in the mud.
Awesome. All right. So with all of your guys' preparations and with Lucia's pretty good plan here, can I have a strength roll from Dalhis? We're going to have, and I want you to do your Ray of Frost. That's the ability you're using. You're going to do a roll of that as well. And we're going to see how accurate you were.
It's I roll an 11.
Okay, so
with 13.
With your guys' plan in action, and Dalhis also thinking, hey, I'm going to put some other materials in there that might freeze pretty well as well to make like little ridges. You put all the grass in there, it all kind of individually froze up and almost made like a little bit more traction out of that as well, we'll say. And that gave you a little bit extra boost to you trying to pull out. And you're actually able to pull the cart out into, it's still mud around there, but it's not like stuck like it kind of was beforehand. So now you guys are still on your way with your cart, heading towards the ruins.
And I'm going to try to, I'm probably going to walk beside it so it doesn't get as heavy going forward. I'm sure we're going to be going at a slower pace, obviously through the mud, but.
Yeah, you guys are already going at a slow pace. You're already kind of keeping up with the cart just in general at this point. So you guys go through and kind of spend the rest of your time on this day going through or the rest of the night trying to travel through while you can, so you guys don't have to hang out in the rain. Or I guess actually if you guys want to try and camp out in the rain as well, it's up to you. Yeah,
I'd say I'm with you. It says I mean, I don't know how close you said we're relatively close, or you guys are getting pretty close there. You figure Scott figures at this pace, if you guys keep walking at this pace, that you'll probably get there before the morning. Before the morning. Okay. Yeah, so you guys would have to travel through the night here. Nah, let's I'd rather camp and get fully rested before we go into some places as dangerous as that. Especially if Lucia had already burned 2 spells during the day. Yeah, I'm pretty worn out. Yep. What did she use the spells on? She fired off guiding bolts. Oh, I assumed that this was maybe like a day later or so, something like that. So yours was all same day. I thought this was all like. So we'd be fine then. You'd be fine. Everybody would have their thing. It's just you could be going through. You guys were all up during the day, and this was at night. You guys trying to get through and push through and whatnot. That little mud spot. So I think we could push through in shifts. Yeah, I mean, if we're all technically going to be relatively rested up, like if we're sleeping in shifts on the ride or something like that, trying to make it, and we're not going to be exhausted going into this, then yes, I agree. That'd be fine. Okay. All right. So you guys go through and you push yourselves into the rest of the way there. And can I get a D20 roll from everybody? I got a 12. Dalhis rolls a 15. And Silver rolls a 15. Okay. Lucia, can you give me a D100 roll and call out high or low beforehand? Low. Oh, fuck. I got a 76. So as you're getting closer and closer, it's getting darker and darker, and it's getting a little bit crazier
the closer you get here. And you are traveling along. It's dark out. You guys are like going in shifts and whatnot. It's pretty dark. You guys are all kind of like staring and squinting, and whoever's up is looking around. You guys don't have any lights on because you can't keep anything going. You don't want to burn down the cart either. But out of the corner of your eye, actually, can all of you roll me perception checks?
Sure.
Dalhis rolls a 14.
I got a 6. I have a +4 and I got a freaking 6.
That's okay. I have a -2
1.
and I have a modified 1.
So, Dalhis, while you're walking along the cart, you're looking, around. You're trying to keep an eye out. You see something like there's an abandoned cart that's kind of been broken down. The wood is, it's soaked already. It's already been shattered. It looks like maybe part of the wood is kind of like rotting already. It's been there for a hot minute. And in the middle of all of it, you see, with your perception check, you see kind of like a chest right in the middle of all of it.
Hey guys, my eyes may be deceiving me since I can't see as well as y'all in the dark, but it looks like there's a giant chest over there in that broken down cart.
Okay, can I have you two give me perception checks?
Yep, I roll a 6.
14.
So you both look over at where he's kind of pointing you to, and you guys look over to where he's pointing you to, and you see Silver doesn't see anything still. He kind of looks over and he just sees like a bunch of wood, and he's not really thinking like who would leave a chest out here? Like that doesn't make any sense. That makes absolutely no sense to me. But Lucia looks and she goes, "Oh yeah, there is a chest over here."
So Lucy is going to confirm that, Dalhis, that is what Dalhis sees. If you want me to roll something for this, I will, but she's probably going to be thinking that this is not a good thing.
Okay. Okay, yeah. If you want, are you going to go like inspect it, or are you just
intuition or something like that? Like, isn't there a thing
I'm just going to basically just say that I feel like it's probably a trap.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so you're going to be kind of not sense motive, but you're going to be doing roughly that type of idea to it. Maybe
insight.
I'd say that'd probably be maybe investigation. Would that be a little bit more of a?
Yeah. Either that or insight, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I crit failed.
Ha!
So you're looking over at it, and you see the chest there. You're like, man, that must have been just really unlucky. Like this place broke down, maybe something like, and you're worried about the people that this must have happened to. You being the kind soul that you are, you're like, oh, that's terrible. And you start praying to Apollo to make sure, even though you can tell that this fight happened a long time ago, whatever happened, this happened a long time, but you're still praying for their souls to make sure that they're being taken care of by Apollo. But you voice out there like, man, that's just, in whatever the Lucia way of being, saying like, man, that really sucks that they were all the way out here and they lost whatever's in that chest. It must have been pretty important to them.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to it.
Okay,
and try to open it. I'm gonna give you. No one warned me.
I'm gonna give you one perception check right here as you get really close to it.
Okay, rolls 3.
We're doing good.
Okay, there's only one thing that can happen out of this one. It didn't happen. So you lean down. You lean down to start trying to open this chest to see what's in it, and we'll say that the chest is over here. If everybody wants to move their characters around to be where kind of they would be at, we'll just say that the cart is in the middle of the road for the time being, and I'm not going to move it though.
Okay. And
he's in the cart as well. So, Lucia, where would you have been out? Would you have been like basically, I'll say driving is the term.
Yeah, probably still just drive. So I probably would have been like here.
Yeah. So we'll just say that that's middle of the road, and you guys are right there. You go down to open up this chest, and immediately, as soon as you make contact with it, arms spring from the chest and grab onto you. Oh God!
I've seen this in nightmares in this thing called Dark Souls.
So you go through and you get grabbed by it, and this is what we are. Oops. This is what you're going to be doing. I need you to roll me a strength saving throw.
I roll an 8 with a +6 saving throw.
Wow.
By the way. Yeah. Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah. So you go through and it holds on to you, and it starts trying to like just take you in and consume you. And it hits, and it ends up hitting you for 6 damage.
Okay. Oof. Ow! It's a trap!
And you now have disadvantage on everything until you can escape.
Great.
All right, so now that that's happened, let's all do initiative.
Please be high.
Oh, sorry.
Oops.
Oh, I was selected. What the fuck?
Thought I was selected. All right, you saw what I got, right, Craig?
I did not. What'd you get?
Huh? It's there, I got it. Yeah, it's
you rolled it again.
I had a 13 at first, but I deselected my token.
Rolled the same thing twice. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay. All his crit fails on
Dallas is
initiative,
having a
which
bad-
I'm fine with crit failing on initiative.
Yeah, you're having a
Better
rough
than
time
another
though.
place.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, so now that you are completely captured here, being stuck by the mimic, this is going to take us a good hot minute here. So this is actually where we're going to leave off for the week. So you'll have to come back next. You have to come back next time to figure out how this fight concludes. See you next week.